Oh, you wanna know who I am? Oh, you wanna know me? Well, I'm the
Hey guys,
man.
Tim Rex is here with the Now or Never podcast, Season 2, Episode 1. We head out from Omaha to Pittsburgh to meet the man himself, Mr. Seth Feroce, with All-American Roughneck and Axis Sledge supplements. It was an awesome trip. What a great guy, and you get to hear about how Seth became Seth.
You are you, and I am me. Just be.
You know, but we're also very real with our kids. So when we got remarried, obviously we have a blended family of 6 kids, and we decided on our honeymoon, like when we're very real, we just are where we are. We don't do flashy shit, and we decided for our honeymoon, instead of going someplace and doing a bunch of drinks, that we're going to go on a mission trip. So we went down to Mexico, part of Penasco, and we built houses for 4 days. We slept in the desert, no electricity, no running water, nothing. We built houses with our hands, 3 homes, and we took our 16-year-old daughter with us. And so she got in her own tent, and she was a little diva about it. All the kids were, sleeping in the van instead because there was a sandstorm. But the whole point, like, why would you do that? I go, because I'm going to prove the point that, like, listen, shit here's not that bad. There are people out there who are literally, like, for us to sit around and complain about our problems, when the shit that's going on in the world, my kids are healthy, what kind of an asshole am I? And you had a video about this a while back that I got shared to me by like 50 people. I go, that's what I fucking say all the time.
I don't have any problems.
I don't.
I just got more work to do.
That's it. And I think that, I go, that's why we did it. And we try to do that with all of our kids. And the middle schoolers, I'm like, I looked at her and I'm like, you feel a little entitlement coming on lately? I think we need to go do something. Something in the desert. Let's, I think they're all coming. I think the 12-year-old and the 2 14-year-olds are going to, it's time.
That's incredible.
I love them to death. And I'm like, that's your vacation this year. Sorry.
Yep.
Because, like, simple fact is, like, because we made more money, we've been able to do things. And sometimes I spoil my kids on certain vacation stuff because I don't have a lot of time. But every once in a while, I'm like, and I feel the entitlement thing creeping in. I go, my house is not a place to waste trophies. And shit is earned. Damn thing in this world to deserve, you earn it.
Oh, no, you got to.
You have to. And I think society teaches them differently.
It's crazy that society is how it is because back in the day it wasn't that way, and I feel like the boomers saying, "Oh, back in my day it was a bit different." But what's weird is you see online like the promotion of other companies like shoving down everyone's throat how cool things are.
Yeah.
And those cool things are very expensive. And everybody's trying to make money in the day of the internet, and it's like you said earlier, you can make money from this for free.
Oh, it's 24/7. All excuses are gone.
So I look at it and I'm like, okay, I get it, but how am I going to keep my kids grounded? Like that's the toughest part about being a parent because whenever, like, I didn't have money 5 years ago. Now I have money and I want to spoil my kids. I'm like, yeah, let's go get new shoes.
Because I want to buy cool shit I didn't have.
And then Hannah's like, hey, dickhead, no. It was just Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when was Christmas? 4 weeks ago. And I'm like, it felt way longer than 4 weeks ago. They're such good kids. They deserve new shoes. And I'm like, gosh. So, but like, my thing is like they work so hard and they do a good job. Like I have great kids.
Yeah.
And like you said, like it has to be earned. But whenever my kid doesn't have homework, gets straight A's, and places at top 3 at gymnastics, every single place we go, I'm like,
you want to reward them at the same point.
I got to be. But then it's like, what do? They get to come home to a nice home. They have a warm bed. They have love in their house. They have very nice clothes. They have all these things, and I'm like, okay, like you do have a point. And I'm like, that means I'm doing a good job as a parent. That means I'm like, I think that's what it means.
Yeah.
But like you said, like how keeping them grounded, like going on a mission trip. Whenever your kids see a homeless person, they're like,
it's different.
Oh, it makes them feel a little different.
That same girl was 16. She's now 20. And so for her birthday this year, we were trying to make it work. We couldn't because we had the baby. But she, instead of going out to eat for her birthday, she wanted to go downtown Omaha and pass out cheeseburgers to the homeless people. That's what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
I looked at her. I'm like, holy shit. I think we did something right. I don't know if I can take full credit for this, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
It just makes me proud of shit. And watching the kind of kids, like I told them all, they go to school, and our kids are all kind of middle of the road. I would say, they're popular kids and they're not cool. Which is where you want your kids. But I just told them, I don't give a shit what you do, but you will not be the bully. You will be nice to every fucking kid in class.
Yep.
The whole reason I got into bodybuilding, we were talking back to your original story, is because I was 5'5", 195 pounds in 6th grade. Ask Chad. I looked like a giant teardrop. It was bad, and I had lines in my hair like Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Nice.
bad. It was real bad.
It's awesome.
I would lip sync that shit out of that song.
Yes.
Mama Sue over there seen this stuff. It was bad. And,
Your wife loves it.
I
know you still break it out every now and then.
I do now, but I know all the words.
I look better now, too.
I look a lot better now, but I think it was, I hit the gym. That was my escape from shit. And by the time I was in freshman year, I was 6'2", 195 pounds. So I grew like 9 inches, which was cool. But I had that little chip in my back. It's like every time in my life we've talked about shit going bad. Like I've turned back to bodybuilding. It's funny that your industry is around that, and that's been my go-to. That's my safe place. You want to call it a safe place? It's me throwing heavy shit.
Yep.
And I think that's what I love about we're talking about life, but it also this is the kind of thing we've all gone to.
Everybody needs that. Everybody needs that anchor. Everybody needs that thing that holds them down.
Yeah.
And it's like lifting weights has always been that for me. And I've known also that like doing mindless shit, like splitting wood and cutting grass, is like my other thing.
Yeah.
Like those two things are what keep me cool, keep me calm, and that's the base that I built everything from for life. And I think that's a big thing which other people curious about how to start a business or what they need to do or what they're doing to become better, you need to find that thing.
Yeah.
And if it is fitness, bro, I don't care if it's CrossFit, I don't care if it's walking your neighborhood, I don't care if it's walking your dog or being a strong man or whatever it is, you need to find that thing that makes you feel alive in life.
Yeah.
Because I know whenever I'm splitting wood, I'm doing it the whole time. I'm doing it, I'm thinking so stupidly. I'm such a moron because I'm like, I'm gonna split wood and I'm gonna start a fire in my home and the house is gonna be warm and the kids are gonna be warm. My wife's gonna be warm. They're gonna love me because I'm such a manly guy splitting wood. I'm like, yeah. And that's literally what I'm doing when I'm listening to music outside splitting wood. And then in the gym, when I'm in there, it makes me feel the same way.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm lifting weights, I'm looking great, I'm feeling good. Look how great I look. The pump cover, I got a pump. I feel, this is great.
Yeah.
This is real. And that is what has driven me, like, whenever I leave the gym, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm done splitting wood, I come in, I'm happy. I'm like, I'm gonna get a drink, I'm gonna eat a fresh cooked homemade meal.
Yeah.
All those simple things are what make me a better person. And that's what I tell everybody in life that I'm hoping, like, don't be me.
Yeah.
Find your version of me inside yourself. Like, what's that one thing that keeps you grounded? And then how do you become better from it in all of your aspects in life? Yeah. And I like, there's no intricate answer. There's no like, oh, you have to do these 7 things to become the most successful person.
No.
No, like you don't know what you're doing. Like that's what we said. I'm learning as I go. Like, like people are like, where's your marketing plan? I'm like, well, what are we selling? Guess what? Right now, I'm gonna figure it out. Like us shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Like you said, you came up with your idea after 7 cocktail napkins.
Yeah.
Yep. I just figured it out. I had this idea, and it just was like, oh.
That was it. We're gonna do it. And if you like it enough, you're passionate enough, you'll find a way to fucking work.
You're gonna make it work.
And I own my own shit. I look at failure as the greatest teacher. I fuck up all the time.
So going back to the beginning, like I said, I was winning all of those bodybuilding shows. I was winning everything. Everybody thought I was the greatest thing in the world, and I started to eat my own shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. And then I lost, and I was like, okay, this sucks. I hate everything. And I'm like, looking back at it, I was like, no. Whenever you lose, you learn.
Yeah.
You didn't fail and give up. This is time to learn. I didn't learn anything by winning.
No.
I did not learn a thing. All I learned was I was special. That's a really bad thing to learn.
Yeah.
Because the people that end up losing in the beginning take winning a whole different way.
It is. Absolutely.
So whenever I was winning first and then I lost, oh no, I thought the world was crumbling and nobody liked me. No. Everybody liked you. They were just telling you did suck because you did.
I think the worst failures I've ever had in my life were the greatest teachers who led to the greatest thing ever. So, the 08, 09 housing crash, losing my house, losing my shit, starting my first store and saying, fuck it. Oh my God, here I am 10 years later, greatest thing ever happened to me. And going through my divorce, it was horrible. My kids and I was a single dad for a while. And then I went back to the gym, started training. Like I gotta feel good. Met my wife, who is, I've outkicked my coverage by a shitload, but she thinks I'm funny. So I got that going for me. But it was always the gym. But all those things taught me to get to where I'm at now. It gives me a whole of appreciation where I'm at, but this need to never stop trying harder because I don't want to be outworked ever. And two, the only thing I promised her was no new companies in 2020 because I've started 3 companies 3 years in a row.
I have an idea though.
Oh, sweet. I mean, technically speaking, it'd be like 2021. So, and no more kids because I got 6 and I'm done.
No more kids.
No more kids.
Maybe we can have like a snip party together. I'm supposed to get snipped too.
Vasectomy party in 2020 is the way it goes. All right, we got a couple questions that came in from online that I said I would read. What made you decide to be so real in an industry that is usually heavily produced and, for lack of a better term, fake?
So it's tough. I just like being me. Like I said, for whenever I came into it, people told me what to say and how to act.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is how it works. I just want to make money. I don't have any money. You give me money. I'll say whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then I realized, and then it fell apart and it didn't work. I was just, for lack of better terms, I was like a hooker. Whatever I could do to make money, I was going to do.
Yeah.
Now, and then I came back and I'm like, I'm just going to be myself because I like who I am. I am a good person. I like who I am. I might be foul-mouthed. I might be intense, but I'm a good person inside. My intentions for life are good because I know how bad can be. Yeah. I know how mean people can be. I know that there are people out there that are mean, nasty, and manipulative. So I'm just going to be me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to do. And the people in the industry, I believe that a lot of people don't have the same passion, or I shouldn't say passion, no, they do. They don't have
the same motivation. It's coming from a different place.
And they're afraid to be something that people, I think this isn't just in bodybuilding, it's in life. A lot of people are afraid to be who they are. Like, we're doing really well by me saying inappropriate things and not being politically correct. Everybody's watching, everybody's listening. I'm like, oh, people think this is funny and they like it. They might not just be able to say all the profane and crazy things I say because they have a job, because they don't want to be looked down upon in any way, shape, or form, or be criticized. Because some people can't take criticism.
Most people can't take criticism.
No, and it makes them feel bad, and then it'll fuck their life up. And I'm like, okay, why don't you take certain steps to be able to become more of yourself?
Yeah.
And in bodybuilding, I think in the industry, everybody just wants to be liked.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to feel special, and they want to be liked, and they think that it'll make them better if they have a flashy car, like the whole fake it till you make it. It's been a real thing forever.
Yeah.
I now know what it takes to build a company.
Yeah.
What it takes for a new product to be released within our company. I know what it takes, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of money. It's like, if we didn't do that, I'd have all that money. And I could buy a bunch of flashy shit, and it'd be cool. But then I'm like, I like materialistic things. I love it. I have a nice car. I've the gym that we have, the weightlifting gym that we're getting all our equipment in. That's a sports car in itself. Another had 2 sports cars as the gymnastics facility. That's what it takes to build business and foundation. But I don't really care what anybody says about me.
Yeah.
I like being this guy. If you gave me, if I had $10 million, I'd still have these same boots on.
Well, we've said 100 times, if I won the lottery tomorrow, my day doesn't change.
No.
It doesn't. My day wouldn't change. And I wouldn't drive a different car. I wouldn't get nice furniture because I still have 6 kids and 3 dogs. So it's really no point. It's going to destroy my shit anyways.
Yeah, I still have all the same things. And I like what I have. I like who I am, and I like what I'm doing. So I don't really ever want to change, and I don't think I will, because I have enough money. My whole thing was, I was like, I just want to be able to go to the grocery store one day and not be on a budget. Yeah. Because I remember being on a budget, knowing how much I could spend at the grocery store, how much things costed, and I was like, I'd love to just go to the grocery store and buy everything I ever wanted.
Yeah.
And then now, whenever I look at the pantry, and I look in my refrigerator sometimes, whenever I'm there, I'm like, man, this is wild. I can go buy anything that I want, and this is a feeling that I didn't have
It's
before.
funny you say that, because that's, for me, exactly the same thing, where I was like, okay, I was always just stressed. I'm stretching everything to the last dollar. And so Brittany knows this now. It could be both were that way. She's a single mom at 18. She raised the kids by herself. And we both did the same thing. So our kids go, we have no food here. And in my mind, I know it's in that pantry, that fridge. There's $1,000 sitting right there. I go, I could not leave this house for a month and eat as much as I want.
Yes.
I told her, and I go, are they getting entitled? She goes, no, you're jumping the gun. I go, I feel entitled. I'm like, because right now I can make 30 recipes in there off some scratchy shit that I would eat. Now, granted, I don't have the same,
Sure,
taste,
but those are those are big deals, and I think personally, because it's like, I know what it's like to eat shit. I know what shit tastes like. I know what a shit sandwich tastes like, and you have to go, are you full, honey?
Well,
I'm glad.
So we go to our 20-year-old's apartment, and we open the fridge. Because the thing is, we'll always give them a leg up, but not a handout. I'm not going to do it. So that's our model. And we walk in her fridge, and she's got what is that very basic drink, the alcohol, what is it called? White Claws, basic. There you go. And you got a half a gallon of milk and three Greek yogurts. That's it. I'm like, it's more than I had in college. Good for you.
You're doing good, man.
You're doing good, honey. And she wanted to start her first company right out of high school, so she did. And she said, what are you going to invest? I'm not.
Well,
You bet on yourself. Nobody else will. And I think we helped her buy her first LLC with an online coupon, a cheap ass.
Yep.
And the rest was her. So she built it on her own. I'm like, you won't appreciate it if you don't do it. And I know there have been times in my life where my parents will do well. I'm like, hey, use a little
What's
bit.
up?
I could use it right now. Let's go fishing together or something. But they never did ever.
Nope.
And they let me eat it. And I think that builds character in a way that nothing else can.
and it's really hard as a parent because you want to help, you want to do all these things, but it's like, you're like, fuck, dude, all those really?
Okay, cut for just a second. Sorry, guys. Battery.
No worries.
That's how it works.
Yes.
Sorry. Keep that train of thought.
Gotcha.
Give me a second. Sorry, guys. I am technically still going here. If you guys want to keep going, that's fine. I can always use this angle too. That's
Cool.
how I get the safety. But you're on your mic, so if you guys want to keep going, I'll just replace.
That was the character. It's the character built.
For as much as I hated my dad whenever I was 16, 17, 18, 19, I will forever be grateful for him because I wouldn't be this person without the hard-nosed grit that all the shit he did. So going back to it, like real and fake and this and that, the industry does have a lot of good people in it.
Oh, it does.
I think that there is a lot of people that are confused about what they want in life because I think a lot of people in life are just generally confused.
Oh, there.
As human beings, we don't know our real purpose
I
in
think
life.
generally people are just unhappy with what they think they have. They try for somebody else, so they're going to be that person. And I think that's where guys our age are going to look at this stuff and say, why do you have 28 filters on your Instagram photo standing in front of a car you don't own?
You can be fat and
sipping a
hairy.
it's okay. Who gives a shit?
People still gonna like you.
I mean, we did a picture with her in the airport. We were traveling to Denver. She looked off in the distance. I made it black and white, and she's like, "This is the face you make when you farted, and you want to know if somebody else smelt it or not." And this is because we have so many employees that do it, and we're like that's why we rose to popular so quick with all these things. It's because we're real.
People want that.
They do.
It's very scary because I know whenever we get 1,000 comments, and if there's 2 of them that are negative, guess what? I remembered the 2 negative ones.
Yeah.
I didn't remember the 998 comments where people were telling me how great they loved it and how it changed their life. I remember the 2 fucking dickheads, and I'm like, that is crazy how our mind works. And for some people, that will break them. All it did to me was just piss me off and want me to work harder.
Well, and that's what we were talking about before you got here with your partners. I go, same thing. It just drives me, and so I put up a video about a fat burner a while back, and everybody knows the Rexy stores. Like I don't have a house. Like I pitch the brands. Other brands speak for themselves. My staff is well trained. Nobody gets commission. I have just the truth in selling. That's why we opened 5 new stores in the last 6 months.
It works.
And somebody put a video up from California. I just remember where it's from. Remember he goes, I was talking about the fat burner and what it does to the body, and he goes, "But you're fat, bro." And all my staff's freaking out. Should we delete the comment? Should we not? And no, I'm like, no, I'm going to respond. And they're like, I go, well, be nice. I go, I'm going to be nice-ish. I go, no shit, homie. That's why I'm taking a fat burner. If I was skinny, I wouldn't need it. Dude goes, cool, what's your store number? Called up and bought it. I'm like, fucking relax. Like, who gives a shit? Like, and it was funny, we post these videos on YouTube, and I'd never done YouTube in my life. I don't know what I'm doing. Chad makes me look good. In a matter of like 3 months, we go from nothing to 3,000 subscribers, adding like 28,000 minutes watched in the first 3 weeks. I don't know what I'm doing. Everybody goes, you're buying that. I go, I don't even know how to do that. So no, I'm not. It's just me being real. And I go, because I'm real, and it's funny, like people putting thumbs down on videos before they've even been watched. As soon as we post it, I go, and Chad goes, what's that do to you? I go, I'm going to post 3 times as many. I go, let's get to work. Let's make them like 1, 2, and 3 parts so they have to go on there more. Well, and hopefully they're watching it for 30 seconds so I get paid. And that's just it. If you're going to give me a thumbs down, at least give me a 30-second watch. And I think, it's our industry in supplements. I mean, both, though. You look at it this way. Like, it's, from the nutrition industry, there's a lot of filtered Instagram, stick your ass out, you're going to get hired as a coach crap. And I think that because we're authentic, that makes us rare now. And then 2, and like for me in the business side, and the self-help, we want to call it the business advice, that everybody's showing off 19 or 20 flashy Maserati cars in these mansions and shit. And then there's me in my lease and the Suburban because we can only fit 8 people in, and it's real. And I think that's why I started to get asked to speak at all these things in the podcast, is because it's real. I'm not going to show off. Even if I had the money, I wouldn't buy the shit anyways. So.
And it's like I tell everybody, I'm like, it's okay. You're allowed to have nice shit. Yeah. You're allowed to be proud of yourself, be proud of your work, but don't criticize anybody for what they do. Yeah. And I just want to inspire people to be more themselves. Like, as long as you aren't doing anything from a negative standpoint to hurt anybody, no, fuck it, ride it out. Be you, dude. Become better. Enjoy it and get people to be excited about their own life. Like, there's, I enjoy being myself.
Well, I agree. I mean, I think that's what everybody said about you in the industry. You are you. Like, what you're getting is you. Like, there's no bullshit.
Oh, no, I don't know how to do anything else. I'm not smart enough to buy subscribers. I'm not smart enough to do anything, nor do I want, like, another thing, people are always, like, asking me, how do I grow my following? I'm like, well, just be you. Well, how'd you grow yours? I was like, that's just me.
Yeah.
I was like, I posted cool pictures of me doing cool stuff. Like, people are like, oh, you pussy, you split the easy piece of wood. I'm like, yeah, because it looks cool, dickhead. What do you want me to do? Post a piece of cherry that's a pain in the dick to split? No, that won't get no views.
I won't get any popularity.
It takes me like 2 swings to get through a huge piece of cherry. But it's like, those are the things that I don't mind people busting my balls or me. They're like, oh, you're wearing skinny jeans. And I'm like, well, no, I'm wearing the athletic cut Wranglers that have a little spandex in them. My quads are just way bigger than yours, dude. It makes my dick look small, but my legs are big. It makes me feel cool. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's okay, but it's like, go ahead and make fun of me. It's okay. They call me like the one dude. He's a fan, but on YouTube he was a troll at first, and he would tell me I looked like I belonged in Lord of the Rings. I got a big red nose. I got tiny ears. I'm short. I look like a garden gnome, all these things. And I'm like, so I'd start busting his balls back. Like, oh, it's pretty funny, dude. Good call. Like, I got called way worse things by the dudes at work growing up with.
Oh, yeah.
So I was prepared for this. And, like, that's my other thing. Like, everything happens for a reason. I'm like, well, you're not going to hurt my feelings.
No.
I still have to wake up and make money. I have people that love me. I have employees that rely on me. You're not gonna win.
Yeah.
You can say anything to me, and I'm gonna be like, it's pretty funny.
That's
dude.
fucking good.
It's good. Can I see a picture of you and I'm going to make fun of you back?
It's amazing how that never happens either, doesn't it?
No, but it's fun, and I don't let it get to me. But I think that's the greatest part about everything that we do is that I just get to be myself, and I want to inspire people to be themselves and just do good. It's
a video we had the other day, and I was in the car driving my daughter to dance, and the same thing, and it's fighting traffic. She's crazy in the dance thing, right? And I don't stay inside because dance moms. Yeah. I don't know if I fit in.
And like wrestling dads.
And I got pissed. I saw him. I go, record. She goes, oh, he's on one today. She's 12. She got to hold the phone like this in the car. I'm like, listen, quit being a fucking victim. And I get the whole thing about them in 5 minutes. I go, upload that shit, pop it up, and I was expecting people just to laugh and be like, yeah, that's good. And like 35 DMs in, like, that just changed my life. And I was just mad. I was just pissed off. And it was just me being like, I just told her, I'm like, that's awesome. It's great. Sweet. I'm so happy. Like we love how real you guys are. I'm like, I couldn't know how to be fake. I don't have time to do it. I think more than anything. I mean, that's it.
And for as hard as we work, you want to have fun. That's where all my emotion comes, is because everybody works hard, but you want to enjoy it. I want people to see, like, you can't fake work.
No.
You can't pretend to work.
No.
You either do it or you don't.
Exactly.
And like, I've created an environment, and you seem to have too, where I just like my job. Like, nobody's plunging the toilets over at gymnastics.
I wouldn't quit. I would do this. I'd do this tomorrow.
I love it.
Thank God my wife's a baller, which makes it even worse. She outworks me half the time. But I was gone doing an event or something, and somebody calls the gym. Toilets are overflowing. Some dude turned the water off, had a bad burrito Saturday or something, which floods the other ones. And there's literally shit floating between the bathrooms and water. Yeah. We have no gloves left, so baller over there grabs plastic thank you bags, puts her hands in them, and she goes and she just starts scooping up. And people are like, oh my God, the owner is. I go, yeah, somebody's got to do it.
Well, you see,
lead by example. That's just is. And honestly, I also have 6 kids. Nothing you do here is more gross than those kids. Are they nasty? They're just nasty. I've seen their bathroom.
Well, Hannah's about to get we're having a boy, so I have 2 girls. I know what I'm doing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we're having a boy, and I'm like, I've never cleaned baby shit off of a sack of balls. So I guess I'm about to find out. Here we go, huh? Because you know how disgusting a baby is.
It is. They're gross.
It is unreal, because you're like, I fed you formula or breast milk, and that's what came out. How did it make it outside of your pants?
Well,
what's going on in there? You didn't eat food.
Little Roman's 1 in a week, and it's daily. It's daily. Like, and I don't even try to. I just put them in the shower.
Yeah, there you go.
Like that. Just, I just put them in there. I'm not cleaning it.
You wouldn't have did that with your first one, but now that it's the sixth, like I did the second one, I was like, yeah, you're fine. You're not going to die.
No, that's why you hold them over the sink like a basketball.
Yeah,
you take the
you're
little
good.
nozzle and wash your dishes off,
Yeah,
and just
there
do
you
it
go,
there.
kid, you're good.
It's set up for it. He's fine.
It's-
He'll survive. Well, because your first one, you have a kid, you put a gate on the stairs, and you put foam thing everywhere, and and by the sixth one, like they'll survive.
They're going to be fine.
They'll be fine.
It's going to be good.
It'll be good. I mean, I grew up with we didn't have car seats when we were kids. We hung out in the back window of the Oldsmobile, driving at 60 miles on the street, and Mama Sue driving. We didn't have seat belts. The whole van laid down into a bed.
There was a legit. You legitimately were looking the other direction in the Woody station wagon.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
you were sitting in the back. That was the cool spot. So
yeah,
I mean,
I got old enough to sit back there after so long.
So 10 years from now, where do you want to be?
So it's something that I talk to myself a lot about, like short-term, long-term goals. I always have like a monthly goal. I have a yearly goal. I hated it. You know what? I'll say this. One of my teachers in college, professors, said that you have to always have these goals. And I was like, fuck you. It's like, I'm not doing that. This is a dumb project. Because I didn't know, I didn't want to be a safety guy. I wanted to be a bodybuilder. I was just doing safety to fund bodybuilding. And now that I sit here in this position, he was 100% right. I have short-term goals and I have long-term goals. Long-term, I've realized that they are way more difficult simply because how drastically my life has changed in the past 4 years. If you would have told me 4 years ago that I'd be sitting here doing what I'm doing now, I would have said you were fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Everything about my life has drastically changed. My family fell apart and we were broken. I had to become a different person. I was mom, I was dad, I was everything for my two children. I was raising two little girls. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then I met somebody who is legitimately the greatest person I've ever met in my life, changed who I am as a person, has driven me in ways that I didn't even know I was possible of doing. I've met people that I didn't even know existed, and they turned out to have the same heart that I do for passion and life and their kids and their families. And I'm like, holy fuck. It's like, this is insane. So all these things, I have a lot of conversations with myself about just becoming a better person. Every day, every step. And it's like this month's goal was to just make it through.
Yeah.
Every single weekend this month, we do gymnastics. This weekend I go to West Virginia. Next weekend we go to Disney. We come back. We go back to West Virginia.
Oh, shit.
And then after that, I think we are somewhere in PA. I don't know, but we're there.
Yeah.
So every single weekend. And then after that, we go to the Arnold.
Yeah.
So this whole thing for me this month I was like, I just have to make it through. Just don't die, Seth. just everything will be good. So, and whenever we go to gymnastics, I am Hannah's support.
Yeah.
She trains these girls. She's there 6 days a week, busting her ass with these girls. When I go, I'm just support.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, whatever you want me to do, I do. And it's, so like this month's short term was like, I just got to make it through. Just do a good job every single day. Do what you need to. Very task-oriented month.
Yeah.
The Arnold, I give everything I have to the fans.
Yeah.
Whenever I go there, my goal. So I make sure.
And I've heard that. I've heard that from actually people who've been out. Like I sent my manager out there last year, and he geeked out. He's like on the phone like a schoolgirl. I'm like, bring it down 8 octaves. I just hung out with Seth. I go, you sound like secondary puberty. Bring it down one more time. I just hung out with Seth Feroce. He's cooler than shit. I'm like, cool. Did you get pictures? He goes, yes. And he goes, and they're going right where my wedding photo is. I go, I don't think your wife's going to do that, but it means so, yeah.
So whenever we go to the Arnold, I always saw Jay Cutler just always there for the fans. And I was like, whenever I go, everybody buys my supplements. They buy the T-shirts. I know that because of the numbers we're doing. And I'm like, if you tell me, Seth, from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. when they kick you out, you have to stand there and meet every person. I'm like, oh, that's all I got to do. Yep. I'm like, so I get to meet the hundreds or thousands of people that support my businesses and support me and support my family and do all these great things. I just got to meet all those cool people. Okay, I get to eat and take a shit once a day. I'm cool. Let's go. I'll be on my feet all day. I'll wear my nice shoes.
Yeah.
So those are, and I'm like, I don't see. So whenever I see like other athletes that are there, I'm there from 2 to 12, and I'm like, you're only there from 2 to 12. Like, where's it's cool shit. Like, do cool shit. Like, I like spending at least 2 minutes with every person.
Yeah.
To get to, because everybody has a story.
Yeah.
One of the crazy fucked up videos or now the podcasts or anything that I've said or done has helped them become a better person. Please tell me about it.
Yeah.
And then, like, I'll give you 2-3 minutes and then we'll take a picture and then move on. And then I meet the next person. I want that to happen because that's always what I wanted whenever I was waiting in lines for all the people I looked up to.
Oh, with anything, and we get asked like when the pocket people like, hey, can I come in and I shoot you a business idea? I'm like, you ask me to invest in it? They're like, no, I just want to. I had one guy come in, he goes, I'm gonna start my own supplement store. It's not gonna be a Rexius. It's gonna be down in Kansas. He goes, but do you mind if I go? Sure. And so I had another chain who follows me on social media, be like, hey, we kind of want to see your operation. Like, you want to become a Rexius? They go, no. I come on up. They drove up from Wichita, toured the store, and we took an hour, and then we took them to stores, the offices, showed them the warehouse. We're like, cool, I'll go. Anything I can help you out with, guys, let me know. He goes, seriously? I go, listen, I'm lucky to be here. Like, I mean, shit. There's people that die every damn day, and I'm really that. I'm karmatic in that way. Like, shit, just generally be a good person, pay it forward, be it back, whatever, and that's it.
That's it. There's a guy, Sal Frisilla from First Form.
I know Sal.
So Sal told me one time, I overheard a conversation, then he said something similar to me, and he was telling he told me this because he was talking to somebody earlier about they wanted to come in and see everything. And we were shooting the shit, and he's like, yeah, he says, they're going to come in. And he's like, listen, dude, he's like, you can come in. He's like, I'll tell you everything about my company. He's like, I'll show you everything. I'll tell you exactly how we do our marketing. He's like, I'll tell you everything. It's like, no shit. This was 2 years ago when I first met him. It's like, that's pretty wild. He's like, here's the other part though, dude. You still have to do the work and do it better than me. And I'm like, oh, you are a ballsy fuck. I like you. You're on it.
Yeah.
And now in the position 2 years later, I look around and I'm like, oh yeah, you want to come in? Well, I'll tell you everything. I'm already so transparent. I tell everybody what I do. And you've seen the farm fed ads.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, try and recreate a farm fed or homemade ad. It's a fucking riot.
Yeah.
It's all a fun joke and gimmicky and Saturday Night Live ads.
Oh yeah.
I can tell you everything that I do. You still have to do the work and do it better than me to beat me at what I'm doing. And it isn't just me. I have a whole team of people similar to you.
Yeah.
That's why you're successful. It's not that you're smarter than everybody. You have a good plan and you're pretty intelligent, but you're just relentless with the work.
I like to work. I like to work. I don't do time. Now, I should do more time off. Per se.
You'd probably be an asshole.
I would, we vacations.
Like, yeah.
So we took the kids to Cancun, but that's a trip for us and a vacation that was for them. We do like a 2.5 day deal. She's why? Because this way I'm only losing about a half a day at work. Otherwise, all that shit pays up from Monday, and then Monday's a bitch. I said, so I just don't. I said I'd rather do 6 2.5 day vacations than 1 week.
Yeah,
I'd rather do that throughout the year because I'm working and I'm doing better. Right?
You'll see anxiety build by the third day.
Oh, yeah.
Third day, you're like, oh, look at you. I'm so excited to be on vacation with an asshole.
Well, and that's just it. And the funny thing is that our 12-year-old daughter's just smart ass, and our 4th, they kind of combine this one. I'm like, you guys are lucky you were to be here. They go, you got this vacation for free with credit card miles.
I kind of did.
I did it completely. I didn't pay a dime. I go, you're still her, aren't you? Want to walk home from Cancun? You better shut up. And Brittany goes, they got you. And I'm like, smart asses. Like,
they listen to everything we're saying.
They do. And it's funny. I'm balling a budget, but it is that. I like to work. And that's the reason that we dropped our franchise fees and made it so cheap to run a franchise, why we opened so many stores, was because I want guys like you and me that were hungry. Yeah. Because I can't relate to trust fund babies who got shit. I can't, and they don't work. I need somebody who wants to work.
And you need somebody who knows what a shit sandwich tastes like.
Exactly. So I got these 28 and 26 and 25 and 35 and 4-year-old guys that just finally wanted a chance that you start a Rexius for less than what most people pay for a truck. Yeah. Goes, why? I go, because most of them paid the loan off less than 3 years, but now that guy's happy. For the next 30 years, we got a good friendship.
Relationship.
We got a great relationship. And we took our first franchisees, they're 7 years, but last year was their 2 years of their 5-year anniversary, and I know that they got married, started a Rexius, never really took a honeymoon. Oh, man. So we sent them for a week to Monterey, California. They wanted to go, pay for the whole thing. And I said, don't worry about it. We're paying per diem, the whole works. She goes, oh my God, I feel like I'm on The Price is Right. I go, if I'm Bob Barker, then I've made it. Yes, let's go. But it was just, and that's the kind of people we surround ourselves with. I think that's who you relate to.
That goes a very long way because now that I'm in these positions and I get to meet people like you, store owners, and how Zach treats you and how you treat him, and I'm like, okay, so this is how this works. everyone has to make money. Everyone has to make money and everything has to be fair. There is no way a long-term relationship for everyone to make money for a long time is going to happen unless it's fair.
Yeah.
It has to be good for you. It has to be good for me because you have a family. I have a family. You have employees. I have employees. Everything has to be fair. There is no way you can do a business deal one-sided.
Nope.
You can't do it. It won't work. And there's always compromise that can be met, but it's like, I'm not in this for a quick buck. I don't want a quick buck. I want like everyone to be good, and whenever I see you, we're excited because we're like, how fucking great is this? Is this crazy or not?
Oh, yeah, it's exactly.
This is wild.
Yeah.
Like, I want that feeling for everyone, and whenever there is a problem or something does come up, that means that it's like, what's going on? There's no like weird feeling to have a conversation about
things
something.
we have like 70 brands we buy from, and every other chain in my industry is mostly shut down. We gaining it was why I'm like, well, because my system's not. There's no bells. There's no hidden anything. Like this is it. This is fucking it. Like I'm straight up. Like this is what it is. Buy in and go. Let's all make some money. Like I want to make some money.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. And you want to make some money.
Yeah.
So I consider all my franchisees, this is a business partnership. If you don't make money, I don't make money.
Yeah.
I have no automatic fees. Our gym, no yearly fees, no contracts, 24-hour access. What I really want to do is like, instead of a lunk alarm, have a Ronnie Coleman alarm or something where you drop it heavy and Ronnie Coleman comes out and yells something
Yeah.
at you. And they go, why? I go, because that's me, just up front. Like, and people are like, what if I want to drop my membership? Smoke signal, Facebook message, cool. You don't have to come in here and put blood on the paper. Like, you're good. You either want to be or you don't.
Yeah.
Come here and train hard. And that's every company we've done that's like that, because I just think that it's karmatic. And it really is. Like, you're doing a good person. This is me. This is no bullshit. And then when your brand came out, and all my staff was obsessed. Say the least. They're sending me pictures. I'm on social, but I'm always posting shit.
Yeah.
I don't really watch it. And so people start sending me your videos. I'm like, I like this fucker. And it's really what I said to Cody. And Cody goes, we got to buy their stuff. And I go, make a call. I'm cool.
See what
Let's
happens.
see what happens. And then, and they started coming out. I'm like, ooh, that's pretty good. And I started watching your videos. I started sharing your videos. And everybody's like, he's like you, but way, way more popular. Thank you. And way less gray hair. Thank you.
Way more handsome.
I got that too, actually. A couple people. And it was awesome. And I just love what you guys do and what you represent.
Thank you.
I think it's been fantastic.
It is incredible. Like I said, if you would have told me 4 years ago that I'd be in this position, I'd have said you're full of shit. If you would go back in time, if I went back in time, like big bearded Seth went back in time to like 17-year-old Seth and was like, hey dude, you're going to go through a ton of shit. And like, this is what's going to happen. I'd be like, I'm going to look like you bearded, ugly son of a bitch. It's like, I wouldn't believe it was happening. Like, could you imagine going back in time, like 15 years ago to meet yourself back then? And you're like, oh my God, you have no clue what's going to happen in those 15 years. Or the advice I've been is just like, you're going to do great. Things are going to get really bad though.
Oh yeah.
It's going to get really rough, but you're going to come out and everything's going to go well. You're going to have your own supplement company. People are going to love who you are. Everything's going to be great. I'd been like, you are so full of shit.
I think we all hear this shit. And I think, but when they hear the actual stories of individuals, it means a lot to people.
Oh, yeah.
Heard I did that one. I go, listen, I've gone through bankruptcy, divorces, custody battles, all this shit, like the worst things that could possibly happen, deaths in the family. And then here I am, 39. I look better now than I did at 29. My wife is hot. Out of my league, but thinks I'm funny.
It's good.
All this shit is good. All crap that 10 years ago when I was just fucking miserable, and I was like, all right, let's start this company and let's just go. All I knew how to do was work. That's all I know how to do. So let's just work. And people hear those things, they hear your story, and I think it gives them hope.
Oh, absolutely. So that's why, like, when where this started was like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? To be honest, I hope to be wildly successful. Being honest, we'll just fuck it. We'll go all in. I hope that I'm a multi-millionaire. I hope that I'm wildly successful. I hope that I have enough money where I never have to work again. My house is paid off. I have a beautiful garage. My kids are happy and healthy. There are funds set up for them to have an opportunity in life. But the one thing that now where I stand now that I know what is possible, I hope that I have something set up, and I'm already starting it right now. The idea is there where I create opportunities for people who don't have any opportunities.
Yeah.
I hope that even though I make millions of dollars, and I hope that does happen one day, and I'm pushing for it because that's something that everybody wants is financial stability in life and have opportunities for your kids. My daughter wants to be a pediatrician. Shit isn't cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I want to make sure that I create an opportunity for her to do it, whether she gets the funds or I pay for it or whatever it is or however I can work that out. It's great. I want to have that. But I want to make sure that I have something for people that I create the opportunity for them.
Yeah.
I want to create opportunity for people, and I want to do good things with my time. Because if I already have, if I have so much money where I don't have to work anymore, I'm not going to stop working.
No.
I've already realized that happiness doesn't come from materialistic things. Happiness doesn't come from monetary value, even though like I have my own saying with that.
Yeah.
But happiness, the happy feelings that I do, like gymnastics, bro, that's a passion project. Spent 150 grand to build a fucking gymnastics gym for little kids to feel good and little young girls build their self-confidence.
Yeah.
I get happier over there than I do in other scenarios. So quickly I realized, I was like, so my whole business team, all my business partners, we invested all that money in there, and now there's over 100 girls over there that are just excited to come and they feel alive. And their parents are like, my kids love it. And I'm like, oh fuck, this is a real cool thing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so invested in the gymnastics. Sure, my kids are into it, but dude, there's a ton of girls. Like whenever we travel and I'm there being support, so I've realized that that's a part of me that I really really enjoy.
Yeah.
So if I'm set up financially for the rest of my life and I don't have to work and my companies have done well and they continue to do well, that means that I better start doing some great things with my life.
Yeah.
I better start doing things that have an impact upon people that they didn't even know was possible.
Yeah.
So I can't quite do that right now because I'm hustling my own businesses to create this. But within 10 years, I hope to be 45 years old and I'm like, I don't have to make another dime. I have my investments are done well financially.
Yeah.
I'm going to do things for other people, whether they're young, middle-aged, older, setting them up, doing great things for charities for young kids or teenagers or young 20-year-olds or running anything. I don't know because there's 4 years from now I could be in a completely different position where these things are happening.
Yeah.
So I just hope that no matter how much money I do make, I know that at one point I will be able to invest all of the time, all of my time into something that is worth much more than just money.
And that's awesome. And that's a real goal. I mean, that's as real as it gets. And we've seen it with our gyms. And honestly, we never planned on making any money in the gyms. And any money we have made, we put back into it. But it was always, we said we want everybody to have the opportunity to chase their own personal greatness. And for us, we found it there. And not that everybody would find it there, but I want them to be able to find it there.
If they're looking for it there, you want to make sure they find it there.
They have the ability to do it. And that's been huge for us. And then, like I told her, like I go, when we hit 55, we hit 60. If we're wealthy enough, and she's like, I go, I'm giving this shit away. Can't take it with me, you know, at all. And I'm like, let's just go because we went down to Penasco in Mexico. I'm like, holy shit, like. We never bitch about a problem. We don't have problems.
No.
And we've done that where I used to go down on Thursdays to the Sienna Francis house in Omaha and homeless shelter, and there's a lot of people who can't even make it in. And once you've been drinking, probably need more help than anything else. So a buddy of mine, Vito, and we'd pass out cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
And we did it. And when our daughter brought it up, and I don't think she ever knew I did that. And all of a sudden I was like, holy shit. Like that's the kind of shit impact. Like really like just one word to a person at the right time can change the whole path.
Oh yeah. And like I said, like people could say like you can go do those things right now, and they are correct. But right now, my life is consumed with my businesses to build this, and I am very focused on my family. I'm very focused on my employees. These are my people, and I know that I'm never going to stop working. But I will get to a point where I'm like, okay, I think I got to a point with my own personal self because I'm already feeling things from. Creating something for just young children. Oh, yeah. And so
you do what's capable of the hours around you at the moment. You know, the whole thing is hopefully in a couple of years I don't have to grind quite as hard.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I can work smarter instead of harder. You know, and then I can give more time to other stuff like that. And like I told her, like I like to do this stuff. And you can tell the enjoyment you get from doing this. Like compared to where you were 5 years ago, like you said.
Yeah.
You are now like, I'm fucking lucky to be here.
And those are the things and that's I think what scares a ton of people is the fact that you're going to go through a stint. And it's not going to be like a month. It'll be like a couple years.
Oh, at least.
Where you're not going to eat whole. You're not going to eat well. You're going to question everything. You're going to have so many. I mean, I still have my ups and downs. Like, for example, homemade. When we came out with homemade for Black Friday, No banks give us any money. We don't have any lines of credit. These companies are completely self-funded, and we do very well. But whenever we were doing homemade, we needed a new warehouse. We needed more shipping people. We needed a new system with all the different SKUs. And on top of that, it's the most expensive product that we make.
Yeah.
And we couldn't order like 1,000 or 2,000 of them. We had to order a fucking shitload. So I'm like, and then whenever it comes down to number crunching, we'd sit there and I look, I'm like, that's a number.
That's a big number.
That's the number. I said, no. But yes, it's going to work, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, that product was 6 months in the making.
Yeah.
That was 6 months in the making to do it right. And everybody knows that proteins, they take up the most shelf space.
Yep.
They're the most eye-catching. They're the biggest labels. And they're the ones that people come back for.
Yep.
So you have to make sure they're done well. And that product, just 4 months ago, the whole process scared the ever-loving shit out of me.
Yeah.
And then when it worked, and it's doing very well, it's great. And I sit here and go, I'm going to do it again. Like thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm going to stress myself out like this again. I'm going to freak myself out. Everybody's going to feel the heat.
Yeah.
And then whenever it works, you're like, yeah. And if it doesn't work, you're like, okay, I got to grind this thing a little bit harder.
Yeah, so that's just like a monthly occurrence with us. All my partners know, like, I'm the numbers, I'm going to figure it out. They're like, they see me get passionate.
Yeah.
Which is no word for me, freak out.
Yep.
I come back, guys, all right, I'm good. Play some bank account Jenga, we're going to make this work. But you realize, like, after I started Rexy, it's like, that put me into bankruptcy. I had to pay it all back, but I did.
Oh, yeah.
I had 6 years. So I ran the first 6 years of Rexius without a credit card.
Oh.
I saw a bank account.
Give you the heebie-jeebies?
Oh my God! Like now, I'm like, holy shit! Now at least I get the miles and go on free vacations with my kids. But
learn credit cards and how to work it all.
But it was, and the fact is that I was able to make it work with my sales ability, with every lease we signed, everything else that nobody knew.
Even this,
I just paid it off. I'm like, I'm gonna put my head down. I'm gonna pay everything back, and I did. I paid everything back over 7 years, and that was it.
We get whenever I see an email from our manufacturer saying thank you for paying us on time, and I'm like, you're welcome.
Yeah, good
Most
job.
don't. And then I realized, and then whenever I talk, and I'm like, realize that most don't. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars for the product. And I'm like, yeah, but like, you wouldn't give me more if I didn't pay the bill. And then I'm like, oh, some people do. I was like, oh my God. It started because my dad always taught me a certain way to do business.
Yes, saying, like,
and like,
you
you're
pay
an
your bill.
honest, good guy. But then like seeing that, I'm like, okay, like I'm doing something right, and the relationship between us and our manufacturer is top notch because of it.
Well, that's just it. It's our popcorn manufacturer that makes our protein popcorn with our formula. And he goes, I'm so sorry I didn't mail the bill yet. He goes, it's on its way now. I said, bro, like I already called your office. They gave me the bill over email, and I sent it off a week ago. And shit ain't even shown up. The check showed up by the time the thing showed. He goes, you're our favorite account. I bet I am. Don't forget me at Christmas. And that's just it. I say, don't forget me at Christmas.
And it's the same thing with how we run our shipping department with the retailers that we work with. It's like, because I always ask, I'm not very involved with it. And I'm like, how does this all work? Like, what's the plan going in? And how does it work? And then it's like, well, whenever an order comes in, we take their money and we send them stuff. I'm like, no shit.
Yeah.
Huh? And I'm like, so what's the turnaround time? And Zach's like, within 48 hours. I'm like, so you mean to tell me that you take an order, a store, multiple such as yourself, and you get things out within 48 hours? He's like, yeah,
You
we
guys are
have
good.
to.
You guys are good. Yeah.
And that's what I mean. And then he's like, sometimes we get backed up because orders are really big, or we're trying to put something together, or we miscalculate with inventory. But now we're at the point where no, it's like these things have to occur this way. And I'm like, so then I realized when we're dealing with stores, brick and mortar stores, smaller than you, say that somebody that owns 2 stores, bro, 5 G's is a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot of money.
5 G's is a lot of money because they are getting that money's getting. They're taking that. They said they needed
It's
it.
out.
It's out now.
It's out, and we don't have anything to make
And
the
there's
money back.
there's that shelf's going to empty out soon. And if they don't get it, they're not going to make the money back.
So we're guessing, and that's what we found. And Zach's been great because he'll be like, listen, under promise, over deliver me. Okay, I'd really be surprised if it shows up early than tell me it's gonna be here on Friday. It shows up fucking next Thursday. Hey, I go, but we're buying enough for us and our franchisees. So all in one warehouse, it needs to come in, and then I have to ship it out to them.
Yep.
And so there's like 5, 6, 7, 8 days. I said, I didn't know.
Yes.
And I said, and I go, just don't let all the Instagram fool you. We had 20 some locations. $10,000 still makes my asshole pucker. So it hurts. I go, I don't mind the credit card miles. I always tell my wife every time I go, well, credit card miles, right?
Well, you're buying 10 grand from us.
Yeah.
What about the other like 30 grands that are in your company as well?
Exactly.
That's a lot of fucking money.
And I explain it to my partners, God love them, like, listen, you bought that shit the same time that I had rent due. Payroll happened to be on that week, and the American Express card bill was due. Contrary to belief, I don't have an extra $100,000 sitting down. I have 6 kids. So please, let's all plan this shit out. Just let me know when shit's gonna go. I'll play bank account jank. I'll make it work. When that shit gets in, sell it.
Yes, you gotta sell
it. Get moving.
And those are things that within business, those are things that you realize really quick. And what Pat handles payroll. And we have our Monday meeting and we have our Thursday meeting.
Yeah.
And whenever we look at things, and it's like, Seth, just go be you. And I'm like, oh man, this is great, but I'm not going to be involved in my company and not know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'd be an asshole.
Yeah.
Then I'd be dumb.
Yeah.
So we go through, like, Pat doesn't belong in marketing meetings. Pat in a marketing meeting is like the worst thing that could occur. Pat's numbers guy.
Yeah.
We should do this, Pat. Zip it, remember?
Yeah.
It's like, but meanwhile, he's the pappy of the company that is like the wisest of us all.
Yeah.
So, and it's just funny how it works. But whenever you sit down and look at numbers and you go through things, you're like, it scares the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
And like I said, with homemade and like we do with payroll and having 4 different buildings and 16 employees and it's crazy. And the one thing for any business person is there's no one way that makes things work.
No.
Everyone figures out their formula and then everybody creates what they can and it becomes whatever you make it become.
Yeah. And that's just it. I mean, if you've got the right intention in mind and you work hard, and
It'll work.
you're on people. I mean, you'll know if somebody's not in the right mindset. They'll work themselves out. We figured that out after that times. And it's it's mom and dad in the company, but they're way more scared of mom than me, anyways.
Yeah.
I may look scarier, but she'll cut you with her eyes. So I mean,
I showed up at the warehouse one day whenever we were having a hell of a fucking day, and I needed to sign a few things. And I go to the warehouse, and then I walked in. And Darcel, our shipping manager, he looks over, looks around the corner. He's like, "Oh, it's just Seth." And I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean, dude?" And he's like, "I thought it was Heather." And Heather, we call Heather the general.
Yeah.
She's our.
I heard about Heather. Yes.
We call her the general or the
warden.
warden.
Yeah.
And she comes in there. She comes guns blazing. She has watch out. So just Seth, the owner, the guy that does. No, I'm not fucking. He's okay.
Don't tell me. Don't tell Shane. Shane's like, "Oh, seems like I like that." I go, "Oh, wait till Brittany hears that." And then I'm not touching that. You tell her. I'm not telling her because I don't. And that's just how it is. But I think we can go all day. Thank you so much for allowing us to come out.
This was awesome.
Podcast.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
The Now or Never podcast, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Instagram. Anything else, Chad? All that shit.
All of them.
Seth Feroce, Axe the Sledge. Just follow us, man. I mean, honestly, this is how things that we get to spread these messages out, and all you guys get to learn and hear. And hopefully, you found something motivational today, and it's completely worth our time. I think he'd say the same thing. And all we want to do is just spread the kind of joy that we've been able to experience doing these companies with all of you guys. So thank you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow.
Moral of the story is you are you, and I am me. Just be. I'm a gentleman, now I'm settled in. Even when they said don't let them in, I said guess again. What's the way I walk into a room and everybody stare? Godfather-like presence, everybody know I'm here. Stepping right into my office, pouring bourbon on the rocks. Toast to the homies that could never see the light, and the haters that forever see my ghost. What a night, ah man.